Hello everyone. Whoa, I don't know where even to start. I was planning this, well, if I'm honest, I didn't know if should I do that or should I not do it for a long time ago until I get really hard not impulse but really hard fact that it's time to tell this story to the world. I don't want to be expose myself, not because I'm afraid, that's not even close, because I'm not afraid of what I'm gonna say to you. Some people know. I will tell you everything, what I know. Hell, I will not ask you. Just listen to what, and if you will look with open mind and closed mind, do whatever you think what I'm gonna tell you. Because what I'm gonna tell you, I didn't know about myself, what's going on with me for a long time. It all started in 2003. I'm just a regular person, just a regular guy, like the most. I don't know, I'm more than 30 years old, just a regular, just with one problem. At the first, they told me it was mental illness, yes, but what I saw, I really did not believe that, not for a second. From 2003 until 2013, when I started to realize what toy it is in me and who I really am and where was I, everything before I was born, and all the prophecies, all the things that was said and never be done. But everything happened, and everything they say happened for a reason. I didn't know that reason until some time ago, when some big force showed me what is my reason and purpose. I will tell you everything, what I know and what I've been shown. And believe me, even if you don't believe me, what I've been through was not even close an illness, because it was so much alive as you and me are right now, if we are. If we just don't live his dream. Yeah, let's get from the start. Let me ask you one thing. What do you believe it was first? God or a space? Yeah, I told you, I'm just a regular guy, like playing games, like helping on a garden. In many ways, just like you, nothing special. Yeah, was the God or space? And if it's space, if it's possible that he was alive, he was intelligent, because I saw really a lot of great thinkers in the world, really know what they're talking about, but they act like he's not alive, like it's just a nature process with no intelligent circle around, but it's act like intelligent or something like that. That's maybe just my feeling, but it's far from that. When I will tell you about all the mighty, I can just tell you what he showed me, that he know which bullet of the soldier hit another soldier. That's how much he know. If you can imagine that, how much then he know. I was really exciting and everything, but I went to this, 14 years with hell and heaven. I saw everything. I saw where is my place and where do people go where they never wish they were born, and there's a lot of them. Which was the first, I will ask you, which was the first word that space used when he started to be conscious? And another thing, do you think that universe created when the space become consciousness? That's not quite the right thinking, because a lot before he became a consciousness. When he started thinking, or what was his first word and why he so much liked that word, because with that word he showed me everything. What is the first word when someone asks you a question? What will you say before you give an answer? I know, right? I know the answer. And I know everything was created by that word. I mean not created, but it was the first word that he learned. Of course not in English, not in any language, but in his language. Then it's another trick. The Bible told us that in the beginning it was Word. But I'm sorry, I'm just a little nervous. But in the beginning it was not Word. It was silence. And it was silence for billions and billions of years. Nothing. I mean, no temperature, no atom, no nothing, just a space, empty space. Who was at the time, or how he showed me that he was born, like it would say, from himself or something like that. He become conscious, but totally different way, and as we human or we beings become a conscious. What he showed me is really amazing, and it's time for you to know this story, because some people do, and they advised me to write a book, and I did start writing. I have lots of book write, but then I said to myself, if I get a book, the people will have to pay for it. But I saw his face, and I'm sorry, I'm just a little touched, but what I saw, no, this is for free, and for free people gonna get. I'd like to say everybody who try to look for spiritual guidance and need to pay these people, go away from that, from those people in a big circle. Go away, it's not real. It's more negative energy that will ever be true. No much how much convincing they are not almighty servants, and they never were. Because if they were, they will know that this is not for money. Yeah, let's go to the beginning. When he became conscious, he started to think, how will he created everything? How everything what we saw, he created before the Big Bang. The Big Bang was just the beginning of his dream. And you know, we have science, like there are religion and the science, but they're both wrong. The science think that universe happened by, I don't know, yeah, that's pretty much, yeah. But then you see those guys in Zurich, they want to in space prove how space was created. If that seems logic, if I don't know, if they have so many school, okay, I admit it, I have guidance, he showed me a lot of things, but that's not, you don't need to have big diploma to logically how you will in space create how space was born. Because those who think that space and universe were different or they're two apart, they're two different, they're big mistaking. It's one of the same. Just what we call universe is atomic part of the space. And he was the first, and we are the last to know. because there are so many space, I mean, not so many, I cannot say that, but I know there is a lot civilization there, and I know for the fact that we were the last one, but I know for the fact there is somewhere, if they didn't starting looking yet, they will start looking for another, because when you come to that state of mind, consciousness, when you have clean heart, when you have clean mind, those things, you just follow those things. You don't know it there, but you go and you see that was that. You can't miss it. Yeah, I need to eat pills, some kind of pills, but they never helped me. But I saw lots of people there, really mentally ill people, from schizophrenia to bipolar, and I learned really a lot from them I learned really a lot. And maybe you know, maybe you don't know, those people really suffer. They suffer great deal. But then you have these people that I told you before, Carl, who tell you there are some kind of spiritual guidance, and they want to convince you what they will tell the truth. Maybe even they have some gift, but at the beginning everything is okay. But then buy book, buy this, buy that, buy that. Stop. When you start selling the things in the spirituality, go far away from that, man. Really, if you wanna follow your heart and Almighty One, do that, because that is not from me. That's what He showed me and what I will do. I will not take anyone, if anyone will need help, because I have so much techniques that can help you through that illness. I will be happy to give you all for free. And even if it will be just a little 4 million people, I will help whoever I can with advice or just a word or something for free. Nothing, not even gift, not even, I don't know, I don't even want to say thank you. It's to say thank you, because I know you suffer. Not just you, everybody in the world, they suffer, just they're too proud to admit it. And that's the another thing, right? Every holy book that I read or that I saw tell that pride is the most bad thing of the people. But yeah, it is, but it's also good. You need to let it go, pride. You maybe ask yourself, or don't, but this is the biggest question: how do I do that? If I want to do that, how do I do that? But the trick is, you let it go, but you never ever truly let Him live. You need to have Him always inside of you. If that trick they know, but they wanted to people to let them, they have playing so they can play with you, that's really bad. For them, not for you. You do the honorable thing that you can do. But it's simple technique to let it go. That you don't even meditate. Yeah, meditation will help you a lot with that. But do everything what I will tell you before you go to sleep. Before you go to sleep, close your eyes and look at that energy. That's primal energy. That's your energy. Because when you die, you'll be just that amount of energy. Even the most ugly woman or the fat woman or the ugliest man or the fattest man can have this inside, the most beautiful. Because Almighty, I like to call Him Almighty, He don't even see how we look, but He will find any one of you just by feeling your inside energy, by that energy. Then close your just eyes and try to let it go, and to just observe it. And then, you know what they told? Yeah, his guidance is the best guidance. Not even God can come close, because he created the God. Gods really existed, but he created them. The people really saw, because he created them. But if they wait just a little more, no, because of the pride, they grab it. This is mine, I will show them what he showed me. But at that moment, he showed them a figure of God, not himself. Because in all of his might, all of his glory, if I may say so, he's not proud. And ask yourself, if something creates God, and he don't have himself for God, what kind of picture in your mind we have of that person? I have something so much beautiful than everything what is in him, than just God. He's perfect being. Problem is, he created the universe in the way that he cannot interact in our lives, because he have too much love. But for every suffering, if you go through the suffering, humbling, not for people, just for him, and we go to the area where humbling isn't with God, with the head upside down, but with the head upside down, but with the head upside up. That's kind of humbling is this area bringing. And this new toy that is coming, and lots of people will not like it, but that was their problem. They had the chance. I told you before that he know which bullet kill another bullet, or other way around. He's in everyone. We are all beings created from space, and we are living in him. He's in everything. He's in sun, he's in earth, he's in us. Just, you know, when he saw the earth, it's kind of love story. I think Native Americans would like to hear that. Yeah, that is not mine. Yeah, that's, I think, what he showed me. I was so surprised and I could not believe it. The snake in the paradise, right? And why we're so attracted to snake. I will tell you that secret, but for you it's decided if you will believe that or follow that. Many of people saw that. Many people who know me, not me, just nations, saw that before you. So, yeah, the Adam and the Eve, the Mother Earth love energy of the snakes, of how should I say that, it was her favorite animal. And I will tell you one, so how to say, one like sentence. In the Balkan, people say that Mother Earth swear to her name that one day all secrets that paradise have will be revealed to the people. That's, I think, a lot of people didn't know, right? Okay, that snake was the spirit of the Mother Earth, and she didn't know nothing wrong. She didn't, what they say, seduce her of anything. She just told them the truth, because God lied to them. Why he lied? Why did he say you will die if you eat from that tree? If he didn't lie, he would not do that. But hey, who can of us small people say, God, hey, you were wrong? And be grateful a lot for the space that gods are not real. Because gods are very jealous. No matter how you think the God is good, if he will be little jealous of you and your wisdom, no matter how good you are, you will end up in the wrong place. I wouldn't, in all my entire being and I can remember myself, and that's really long time ago, as the song say. I remember that. You know, a lot of people will not believe me, but where I was and with who I was before I was born, and all of you who are listening and who don't have a problem with what I'm talking, the universe, when I say the universe, I mean the first one, the space, it's really smile upon you right now. I don't know where do I begin. I eat so many pills that at the end I really need them. But in the beginning I didn't know what is happening to me, because my type of voices that I heard was not even close to what other people with voices are heard. They were negative, they were really positive, and they talked to me back when I asked them something. And it was long time that I figured out which voice is which and what message does he have. I will tell you one little story. When I need to go for my birthday, you know, I looked in all religion, in Christianity, from Muslims to Hindu to Buddhism, but I always wanted to see what natives have. You know, this world have some line, and that line is war with, you know, self-conscious mind, if I can say it so. Well, if I can say this like this, we are fighting each other self-consciously just because of the racial differences. That's really can scare you a lot. And this ends today, not today, it's ending slowly. But I was told that I need to tell that to the world, that you don't need to be heard, you don't need to whole world to hear about you. You just need to know. And you know, as they say, when you know, they go through the air to the other person. But to never ever be proud of that. Be proud of those who show you. And he don't like those who have attitude that we were the first one. Those he despise. Believe me what I told you, because I saw that. Why do you think all civilization disappeared? And just few of them. He is a man of matter. If you will give that grace to the God, it's not yours, I will accept it. Even if it's not him, but I will accept it. Look at the Greece. Look at the Israel. Look at the Egypt or Rome. Why? Why they disappeared? Why the others stay? And every nation which will have, no matter how powerful they look, they are very vulnerable. But we don't go when they're gonna be real. You know what I want to try to say, because he knows where they're vulnerable, each and every one. He knows every your fear, every your biggest secret. Before you did, you don't need to say, hey, or go to tell priest what you did, because God know what you did when you did it. And before you did, he'll know you did it. Or God, sorry, Almighty. That word is for me a little more better. Yeah, and I already told you that space, or who was the first one, and who I am calling Almighty whenever I told you. To continue my story, when I was the hospital for my birthday. But while I was in the hospital, I wanted to tell to dear friend Natives Americans, you won't believe what happened. I started to explore your culture, and I wanted to see what will happen if I start to acting like, not like you, but what you know, that I will know also. And some of my dear friends, their dead, their spirits was with me all the time. Because in here what you saw, I think that every person that ever lived is maybe right, not maybe, it was, and it maybe still is, inside of me. Because every soul that ever lived can be put in so much space, only so much space, in with animals and human beings, in with life, with intelligent beings, in this kind of space, everyone. And they will still have individual space inside, those who are good and those who did good things. Let me ask you something. When the wars start, who is the more guilty? The first one, which will have the more to answer, and by one blood spell, if you kill one person innocent, you will have, and I will say small number, 1,000 years, you will need to be his slave, and he will do with you, you will be his ball, he will act, he will play football to you or anything, something like that. Or you will go to you know where. But yeah, I will go back to good. You know, when you do everything good, you will be rewarded. Not even if you believe in this or not, you will be not in maybe but in the life. If you have eye open, you will see where the reward is. So yeah, I start to and oh my God, Catholic world have a problem with that. I thought they gonna eat me self-conscious. I don't know if they noticed that, but I noticed that because he showed me that word under, how do you say, self-conscious. While the Orthodox Church people, because I'm in the place where the both are, they were more like, no, it's okay, just that's not them, that's God, that's not them. But they also have a problem. Yeah, and I struggle to the end. But whenever I come to some realization from their knowledge, I put it in the air and I said, thanks, Native, this is going on you, this is going on you. And I feel so much dear in me, but not mine. I swear, not mine. Sometimes I thought that Earth, she's crying, and I felt also that I'm not crying, but the tears going down. But it touched me that I also didn't cry fast enough. And because everybody, but I have two person who I wanted to go and tell them what I tell the rest of the world, and they tell me if I'm crazy. Just those two person told me, dude, you are the most normal person that I correct in my life. I just said to him, thank you, that's what I wanted to hear, at least from one person. And the other was thinking the same thing, he was different. Yeah, and for my birthday I need to go to the psychiatric because I felt like whole world that in that time lose their self. They're all acting strange. They're all acting like, I don't know. They didn't feel, or they did feel, just they didn't want to accept it. And most beautiful things happen. When I come to the hospital psychiatric, the one voice, really nice voice, I always said, if the angel eyes, they have that voice. And I need to really allow to decipher that code, who that voice was. And he really nicely said, hey, go down. go from your room outside and sit down. And I just didn't think. I was just, because I saw so many things that was for me normal at the time. And because the voice was so sincere, I followed him. When I come out, he said, "Look, sit down and smoke one cigarette. I know you like to smoke." And I just smiled and I smoked one cigarette. And he said, when I smoke it, "You finish? Okay, now go one circle around the hospital in the nature." That's kind of attitude he had. And I stand and I went and I feel really peace inside of me, even that it was over, everything was over. I just wanted to see where the limit is. It's also my fault, because I know maybe I went too far. I wanted to see where the limit is between normal and there's things that you see in the mirror, like a mirror. They're abnormal. Like 1,000 voices at the time say just and nothing else. And I went to the walk, and he said, "Hey, from the right side," he said, "See there? There's a bench. Go sit there. I have something for you." And I went. I didn't sit on the bench, but on the table, and in the meditate position, or the heart lotus, as he said, and just really beautiful. Look at that. And the picture came. I really didn't see, but I saw he. And the two horses, there was 200 meters, start running to me really fast and fast and fast. And the bench was like 1 meter. I jumped from the table. I was scared they will go through and they just start at the bench and they go more like 1 minute. I think it was not more. For me, stop the time, because what is happening? And they fall and they look me really nice look. I will never forget it. And then I just heard. It was really touching moment, and I just heard, "Hey, dude, sorry because you have to be today here because of me. Happy birthday." It was really something, yeah. That day I just thought on that's not illness. But I didn't fight with them. But if I'm honest, I even didn't tell them what I heard. Because I know they didn't understand it even if I tell them. That was really some emotional thing that happened, something like, I was a junkie, I was a bad guy, what the fuck is happening to me? And I just say, I like those people, because they're the best soldiers for me, for those who are proud and think they know what I know. And just in that moment, on the right side, he said, "Look at those people." And they were like into some kind of tree, and they all go, "We know that we don't know, we know that no, we know that we knew, we know that we knew, we knew that we knew, we knew that we knew, we knew that we knew." Then I said, "What is that?" And they're talking like this for thousands of years, those souls. And when they stop new, it's not a nice picture. But I don't want to scare you. Look, if you have a little scent, if you lie sometimes, especially when you were a teenager to 20 to 30 years old, forget it. If you didn't hate, if you didn't think that he hate gays because he created them, everything what exists, he create. Before they exist, he knows for that thing. He thinks for a computer, he didn't know When I tell you, in 2004, when the computers were not so strong, I saw much more live and better picture that day. And it was 2004, because the graphics come little after that, right? And he showed. But he will show one, the other will just follow, not knowingly, instantly, as they say. If you felt what I felt just a few days ago, when I felt that all stars, some kind of touch me, let's go further, you must do that. But it's not that when I got a sign, because I really respect those signs and follow this sign. Not scientists, but signs. War. All presidents who attack anyone for any innocent victim, they will know, they knew for one victim thousands and thousands and years. Now imagine Hitler, imagine Bush, imagine even those whoever did kill innocent people, no matter what religion they are, no matter what, they will suffer. They will suffer a long time ago. And if they will proud after they suffer, they will be just poof, like a smoke in the cigarette, gone for the creation. But before they were gone, he will be so nice and show them what beautiful world is waiting for us, and where we will go after this world will end, on which side of the galaxy or which galaxy. Nice thing, right? He showed me one really, he showed me so beautiful future, where the North Koreans said to South Korean brothers and the other way around, and American go away. Where the Serbs call Croatian brother and the other way around. When the Slovenian call Austrian people and the other way around. When the Ukraine and Rus start call each other brother again. When the Rus and American work together for the better world. Didn't they notice this? Did you remember whenever time Russia and America did honest thing for the Syrian people, and God bless them, all Syrian people. Just, I will tell you what I know, and what I think it is right. Then it's for you to decide which one are you going to follow. Whenever they did it together, it was peace on time. They must work together. Because these dear Americans, your government, they don't see themselves, but they're so possessed, they really don't know how much they possess. They're really possessed by the bad spirits, and they think they're gonna blame the devil when they come, but they believe in science. Science teaches us that that's natural thing. We live, we die, it's end. Far from that. You don't know what we see more. You don't know what kind of beautiful games they play in afterlife. You don't know. You're just born here, and you will follow the materialism, but even if you do, it's nothing wrong. Or you will find your life not in the spirituality way, and that you will just pray to the God, and no, you will live life totally normal thing, but you will do with the how do I say, with the law of the space of the universe. And if you do that, whatever you do, that means, did you ever read the Bible? Of course you are. For Christian, you all read it, no matter Orthodox, Catholics. It's time to know. You know, and I know you know, the whole truth. Why do East have so much problem with the Russian, right? Why? The America is acting like they're a communist country today, but that's Russian didn't 20 years last, and he really likes you people, not really, he really like Russian people, just like someone else like them, and I will tell you that later. But America is very wrong, but America, people who know what I'm talking about, know this, you have full our support, fight against them, because they do to you so bad thing that you don't want, but hard to, I know it is hard to say to yourself, my country is fucking with me and I don't cannot do. Yes, you can do a lot. Just don't let them to lead you, because they are so upset, from the Clinton to the Bush to the Obama. And dear ma Obama, where should I start with you? You're when you were for a president of America, people here around say, pray, let's all pray for him that he will not be killed. Dear Mr. President Kennedy, he was one of my friends before I was born, and I helped him. He also had some closet, but at the time I didn't know that it was space. I knew some energy higher led me to help him, and he was really grateful. You know, I have this connection from all world. I will tell you what he showed me where I was before I was born, and what I did. It's a long story, but if you have a moment, listen. Yeah, the Bible, the Orthodox and the Christian, the Catholic Church, they're all the same until year 1045. Just like Sunni Shiite, the same faith. Just if you want to ask me for honest opinion, those who wanted to follow the Muhammad of Prophet ancestor relative to be, those are much more closer to the truth. I don't know which Sunni to Shiite that believe, but those who believe that are much closer to the real thing than the other. Just like in the Catholic and the Orthodox Church have much little sense than the Catholic. And when these two faiths were, because Orthodox faith is the same when the Apostle Paul started it, when he came to Greece, until this day, the same, totally the same. While the Catholic Church changed 100%. That's also a funny thing. I'm also a little Catholic by my mom's side, but I was in love before I was born, long time ago. I stayed to the Greece because I saw those beautiful people, this beautiful culture that I didn't see before. I knew something, and I stayed there while the rest of them, Apostle Pavel and the rest of them, they went to the Spain. Hey, yeah, and guess where I get the voices? When I went to the Spain, yeah, they were waiting there for me. It's really funny how the things at the end go, and they go right there when you were afraid the most that they will go, because Almighty don't like proud people and don't like people who think they knew what he knew. It's the best. That's for the rest of the world to know, because a lot of small people knew that they have problem for that day on, and that's in 554. One old guy said that was the day that Holy Spirit left Christianity and never returned. Well, that is true or not, but it is something on that, because the one side stay true. The Orthodox believers still think that the Jerusalem is the city of the city, the holy city, while the other would dream about Jerusalem. And that's not the right thing to do, because even if the whole faith or religion, there are some rules. Even if space universe shown us religion, just because you want to learn something, that we will go ahead and ahead with, he will respect you, and until you give this knowledge to God, even to some God, that he will respect that. That when you take this knowledge for yourself, this day, you're doomed one day, and you'll pull further, that one day will be the end. No matter how much powerful maybe you look. Let there be lessons for the future generations. For the future generation, don't follow our father's path. Today, look at in the world, the nationalism, the proud, the politician. Yeah, what I started with Obama, right? I forgot, because I have so much that he showed me that I wanted to tell him. Yeah, they said, and I thought you will go when he tried to do reform that have free healthcare for all American citizens. One stupid, I don't know if he was Republican, Democrat, he said, what, we're gonna be like communist Russia? So Russia is bad because they give their citizens free health. They're bad for you. Is that right when you say it out loud? Or you just focus on communist Russia, right? The rest of the people will not even hurt. But Obama, I thought you will go further. After that reform, I don't know how much they offer you, but that day you signed a contract with the devil. And lots of blood is in your hands also. And your ancestors there are rolling in the grave. Really, I'm telling you the truth, what I saw, what he showed me. You see? But don't worry. I have so much respect for the black people. Like I don't know if any white person in the world have. But also for the other culture. I didn't know why is that in me my whole life. I knew something is in me, but I didn't know. I could not put much finger on it. I always respect all faith. I always respect all people. I try to interact with all people as much as positive it was. But let's go back to the Bible, right? Son of the man. Who is the Son of the man, right? Let me tell you who is in the secret. You can be all Son of the man if you choose. And when you start to write the Bible, like you are Son of the man, or what the Muslim believe that there is there, because I know it's there also, they will see totally different aspect. Because Son of the man will never judge you, no matter what you did. Son of the man, if you will be gay, he will be your best friend. He will not judge you if you are gay or lesbian. Because I saw that will be interesting to gay people. And what you see, the people who hate you and who killed you because you're the gay, they are turned upside down and they talk. We knew that we didn't know. We knew that we didn't know. We know that we what I saw. We know that we didn't know. We know that we didn't know. We know that we didn't know. And go on and on and on. And he will be all eternity. he cannot know that he knew. That's really harsh, right? But it's also better that than to be like a smoke, right? Because I saw that future. I didn't see World War III. And when I saw last days that even stars work for this, I know that before because lots of people maybe sense that in horror. But if you saw what I saw, it will affect pretty much on your life a lot. So it will complicate it, and you're still not mature enough. No matter how you old are, you're still not mature because you still don't know a lot of things. Hatred, nationalism, proud. You need to let it go, that thing. Before you will want to come to the next step of your conscious mind, before you will allow you be. Because you will be allowed, but not totally. You will be allowed how much you were good or bad, or no matter how he will decide that, that's for he to decide. We are here not to reject them on any. But for the fact he will not let you much more than the other who will go this way, who will go to the goodness and to everything. You know, the first thing, you just let it go to sleep and let universe, you just let it go and the rest will heal. You will just go further and further. Try this once. This, especially if you're mentally ill, this will really calm you down. Before you go to the bed, before you go to the sleep, close your eyes and try to feel beyond, even if you are in the city or house, it doesn't matter. Try to feel Earth, how she's moving, and the feeling she has when she's moving, because she's moving really, really fast, and she has really nice feeling, and she will give you that. And in the start you will feel a lot, but then you will really need to prove her that you deserve that feeling, and he will give you from time to time just a little taste that show you that you are on the right path. Love story between space and our planet. He thought that we will be his prodigy, but we rather choose materialism over spiritualism. Bad mistake. Because if you want to be materialism, the greed, the jealousy, the control, those Illuminati, I saw some of your guys, I really saw small percent on some space that is not bad, but the rest of them, oh my god, he playing with you like with dolls, you know. You will there in all people from all the society, everybody will see, you know, everybody one day will see your scent, no matter how much, whatever did you do, whatever ritual did you do, whatever you think that never did, not even devil don't want to have anything to do with you. I swear, I tell you what they tell me and what he don't want nothing with you. Because you are more devil than the devil himself. That tells you a lot. And for natives, this will maybe interesting you. The God and the devil, right? Well, that's one of the same person. The devil is just the God, is just the creator bad side of him. Just when the people divide and when you all start believe the spirit did things, okay, you believe that, I will do that, but I will never say that yes, you said that yes, not me. Because when you saw one picture, wait, don't grab it, wait to see all. If you will grab it, you will not see what is next and next. I did that mistake, and I will tell you what mistake I did, so you don't need to do that. But I don't expect from me, because all answer, you don't need priest, you don't need guru, you don't need nobody. You just need Almighty. The rest. We people need to start live like a saints, or like that, you know. no matter what we are doing, even if we have normal job, because there's nothing wrong with to have normal job. Yeah, or it's boring maybe, but you don't know how much you have chances to experience that mentality with those people, with those techniques, and interacting when you work. How will you do your work? You can do so much, because one who is on the top, he cannot do, because he need to think what that, what this, what money, what that. They're much harder position. It's nothing really. Don't be ashamed if you want to live a normal life with a normal paycheck, because in your life you need just money for food, for house, for son to go on vacation once in a year, and I don't know, car, maybe. Yes, car, but also for those things that we needed. Everything else is from bad. The more rich people, Jesus wasn't stupid, he was connected with the space. And I can also tell you the big secret why the God said, no, I will leave you, you are not my son. I can tell you also that, because I was in that place when before he passed out, was before that happened. You know, you hear lots of theory. Yeah, I even believe those theories for the moment. But if you know how true, you will not want to know how true. And I don't have the heart to tell, but maybe I will need to. The both sides, and the Orthodox and the Catholic Church. If you know on which side Jesus was in the Second World War II, until started using 5 years, I didn't want to accept that. But when I saw what happened in real, and that the Mother Earth said to the paradise that every secret they have, it will be revealed. It's true, right? In an ironically way. Yeah. So he know every of them and every secret they have. Even if I go further about the alien, both Russian and look, hearts, they think they're doing good things, because they tell them something, if they will tell what will happen, but they fall for it. They fall for it. They will not do, because they are more spiritual than we will ever be. They believe in the afterlife, but they know there is no God. But they I don't know if they knew this space is that Almighty. I really, first time, I will ask them to see what they will tell me, because don't prove something, don't try to, but that's the kind of thing. Why do people want to prove that UFO, that alien exists, right? Just because of the glory, because they know the first who will remember for the whole time. But that's not true. The people that we remember, that we learn about them in the afterlife, you will not see them. You will see totally different people, because in each of you, everything you did, everything when you try to do right thing and you were laughed at or something, it's memorized. In the space, in the time, they said that he knew everything, how much energy you put that you try to do right, he know everything. And by everything I mean all from you, right? Let's so I will clear your picture. It's like that. Picture him in every plant, every living being, every planet, every star, every moon, every being right now, and he still know what he's doing by himself. That's much how he know everything about you, and he's willing to help you, not like God for the price. You don't need to say him thank you. Because he know you tried, he know you suffered, That feeling that you have, that you don't have any power of fight against and lose him. Because I sleep like a baby because of that, I know. I sleep because I know that one day they will be powerless. You know, in the life, when it's have nightmare, it's easy, you just wake it. But one day, you will not have that ability. For more or less of the president, they did the war, all of them. For them, let's say I'd rather push in a pool to shark hit me to 10 years than be in their skin in that day. And that's go for all of them, not even one is exception. No matter what fate, no matter what, they have all same. Today, for them, they think they have everything in control, but one day, pretty soon, that control will be over. And I will ask them, what do you think now? What do you think will happen when you lose that control? Because nobody will take blame for what you did. You cannot escape that. No matter what religion you think, even if I was that God, that I would treat other religions differently because they were better than you. And all those from the Illuminati, from and everybody who is that in club, you know every your secret, you know every your weakness, and he will treat and after that everyone, every with your enemies better than he will treat you. He showed me I will treat better ant. Look at the ant. You know, he will be like, my ant. It's better, my ant. And that's what I didn't believe when I heard it. Churches teach that animals don't have the animals don't have the soul. Yeah, that was the strong one that I hear. I really didn't know. Shall I laugh or should I cry? Yeah. Which way should I go now? Yeah. They went to the Spain and I stay in Greece. I really love that. And then I went to the north. But at the time I have still angel form, at least what he showed me. The angel that I didn't see in any picture, but so strong that maybe I know they saw me, but they tried to maybe put me, but they know. I don't believe he let them shoot. He saw a lot of work that I did, they put in the name of the others, but that don't concern me. Because whatever I did it in the name of the good, in his name. But at the time, I still didn't know who he really was. But from all God that I interact in my life, the most only who knew was the father of the Greece, Big Zeus. And I said to myself, now I understand why they put you and why you were chosen. He knew that human didn't have that power to create in him, but he knew that he wasn't created, he didn't create himself, something created him. And we discovered, we was like, damn, we were so close, but we were so blind. We saw every day him, and we saw every night him, but no. It was funny, really funny, and I really like his daughter, Athena. We had some really nice time together. I really like her, and I saw it. He's still today. I saw him for lots of time, and it's nice, really nice. Yeah, but then the Christianity, and they take it, and I really like the Orthodox faith. In the time, I didn't know still for the Native American, but that's what they liked. I think the time where the first time the native sense. Look at the sense. What you bringing? Look what he went to. The time it was where the whole Europe, except at the time the England didn't, but the whole Europe almost did. I promised to one guy in the, if the year was right, it was 1300, something like that, that I will help them in any way I can, because what I saw, and that was on Kosovo. Yeah, brothers. But I did not know. I always thought that I will be born in the native, but the native know that it will be the white boy. So I don't know where the things go different way, but I think I know, because after battle the Kosovo, I was there, and just remember when the battle started beginning, the whole and the devils and everybody go on the Serbs that was there, and I just hanged them, and so nobody will touch them. I just show my link. Only England at the time knew that I knew, and there was lots of prayers. I remember at least what he showed me, and I also remember lots of praise at the stone chamber for the brothers and the Kosovo. Yeah, that's the whole truth if you like to know. And I promise those that they will never be forgotten, because that was the only battle that I was witness, that it was holy battle, because the Serbs weren't punished for every Turk they killed because of their religion, because they were defending their land, and they won. No one was punished for that, and self-consciousness of the world that time changed. And I saw suffering, lots of suffering. Just I wasn't allowed to see everything and heard everything, because I always thought it was a God who didn't let me to saw those things, but now I know who really didn't let me to see everything. That's where I lose my angel form. And he said, you will be born here one day. Because when I was there, I really wanted to try to be human. Oh yeah, did you forget what I told you? What was the Jesus that the God say, you are not my son anymore? I was also, when I was asleep, because for 30 days maybe I slept for 10 hours if I did, because I saw everything moving. The shadow was real. The shadow started everything around me, and while the world was all against me, everything else was always with me. And why? Because of jealousy. Jealousy is more poison than the most poisonous snake can get you. Jealousy is more poison. And to give my friend all promise, yeah, I will do whatever it takes. I hope I did but you didn't know who I was, right? You didn't see me. You thought I was someone else, right? Someone much younger, someone else. Like Christ, for example. I know I took his, in Orthodox Church, lots of time I took his, and to show people like they didn't know. I knew that they thought that it was Christ, but it wasn't. It was really me. I showed them a lot of those things, and they still have that today in themselves. But I showed you not what I know, but what he knows. because he really liked your faith, all Christian, all the Orthodox Christian, from the Greece to the Serbs, Bulgarians, Rus. He loved that faith, and not just he, someone else I think also liked that faith a lot, and I really want to ask him that, to see what he will tell me. Yeah, little before that battle, when God bring me to the Kosovo and I would talk with that people, I immediately in love with them. And there is the first time I sense your snake, or your snake sense me, my love to humanity and to Christian. Because if I'm honest, I remember that you first feel something very beautiful, there's something very, very dangerous. At that time, if I saw today, I cannot put finger, but I think it was between 1000 and 1030, something like that. That snake touched me. I really remember just a small part of it, and what he showed me, it was really small part of it, but it was something big. I know that's coming from the west, but I didn't know what was that. Because if I'm honest, the native people taught me a lot, and I'm really grateful for them. And lots of tears I felt, your tears, but don't worry, they're all in good place. All those who did them bad, you don't want to know where they are and where they will be for each victim for lots of years. Yeah. And I was like 14 until today. Still today I need to eat pills, but I didn't want to fight with them. I didn't want to convince them, hey, there's something in me, but because I follow my instinct, and it turns out that I follow them really, really rightly. Yeah, that was the Kosovo, I remember. Like it was not such a long time ago. And lots of things changed that day, and lots of things in the world I didn't know, but that's thing how to go in the spiritual world. And every soul, every human being that is born in this, and if he die young, or don't be sad for him, because if you'll be sad, trust me what I say, he's much more happier place than you ever in life will be. And if you sad, he will be sad, or she will be sad. And whenever you think of someone who is dear to you and that, until you're thinking, that's time he's with you. But try to learn to let it go then, because they will be easy afterlife. You know, when I was in the hospital, that hospital was in the Second World War for German occupation, and they torture people, and there are lots of dead is there buried. But a lot of time when I go past that cemetery, I hear one woman's voice. She was not sad, but she was not happy. And I hear her, but I was afraid to say something back. If I let her know that I hear her, I was afraid. You know what they say, the ghost cannot touch you. That's really true. And then when you fear, she will fear. You will think she's doing bad, or she's doing bad for you. No, she just fear 10 times more than you and automatically will you, but she don't want to hurt you or he don't want to hurt you. And I said to myself, no, I need to speak, who is she? But she didn't know her name. She just wanted to know if the Second World War is over. That she's crying, but everything's gonna be alright. She didn't know. And I tell her, and she said, now I can go in peace. And I said, you don't want to know who wins? She said, do I want to? And I said, yes, you want to. We will. And after that, I never heard her again. Yeah. You know, but it's a fun thing when you walk amongst the people, they don't know you, they don't know who you are, but I didn't never wanna explore that, how do you say, advantage that. I try maybe sometimes, but no, I didn't try. I always tried to do with love, with the right thing, with righteousness. That's, I think, why he allowed me so much to do before I was born and into life. You know, when Jesus said that story about two brothers, when one was faithful all life, the other sold everything and went to the world. Yeah, you can guess which brother he saw and which brother was who. That was really something, yeah. But I don't know where should I go from this point on. I know I went to when Spain, with what's his name, Rump in America. But I wanted to go home because I didn't want to be witness what they did to those people and how they suffered. And I don't know if that was my conscious decision, or he just threw me and sent me back. But I know that I did what I can to those people to be in the right place where they need to be. And all the others thought that they were there and they were to be, but there was just illusion there. And I think if they didn't know that until not long time ago, and then they were very grateful for Almighty to do that kind of trick. Illusion, yeah. You follow the illusion. You kill for the illusion. And if you will kill one person, as I told you, if you will be responsible for controlling people, for ruining people's lives, for lying people, and the more power you have, the more you will have to answer for your crime. People think that when someone go in the prison there is justice served. That's not justice. You will see in afterlife justice, true justice. And lots of time you will see that tears and that crying. But tears of love, yeah. Tears of happiness are the best. I have so much more to tell, but for now this is it. I will do another video to continue my story, but I will never use anything. If anyone needs help, advice, or anything, I will let my email and you can easily contact. I will reply the email 100% and I will do everything. You don't need, as I said, you show me that and I will follow that example. You don't need to say even thanks. I hope I can help you, but I will not tell you that you are alone must find the answer. Don't find it. I can tell you just how easier to go to get that, so you don't need to go everything that I go through. But in the end, it's you who need to find your answer for yourself, because it's not fun when someone else tells you the answer. You need to find, and you can't find it because all we can, and we all need to start to waking up, not to wait. Start to work for better future, not for just ourselves or children, for the whole humanity. I told you, I saw that vision so strongly, and I saw what we will have in afterlife. If that happens, if that will never, if that will not will happen, the people who will make that impossible to happen, who not even billions and billions of prayer will not help you. I'm not trying to scare you of anything. The choice is yours. But don't come at the end and say, I didn't know, I didn't want to know. Because I know you know that I speak the truth. Because what I have from lying, nothing. Even if I lie, better for me to not. I love you all, no matter what religion you are, no matter what faith you are. We need to start work for the better world. For Muslim, I have also some few things that he showed me where I interact with you and Muhammad and the Hindu also. I just know that at the start, if the new era, when the Vietnam War started, I was always on the side of the Vietnam. And I remember he showing me, I just remember that. I said, yeah, that was me. I didn't help America there. I was always on the side of the weak. But when the greed and everything come, I was always, I know that you know, that they didn't know that you know, and that they didn't know that you know, that you know, that you know, just not in your language, in their language. And when Korea War started, he put me there too. I was non-stop at the side, South Korean, but when the Americans come in, maybe even the people, the warriors, remember when I went helping them and not even you. And I was never sorry for that, and I will never be sorry. I helped your soldier, I their soldier either. And just they didn't know who helped them. They knew that everyone they knew in afterlife they have help, but they didn't know. And they're really grateful for that. And I'm grateful for they're grateful. They know that I do the right things because both sides know that I did it. All three sides know that I did the right thing as much as I can. But at the end, I could not prepare the war. You all must do part for that, to be in that consciousness, to wake yourself. You know what your brains are possible. There's so much more impossible if you start letting greed, nationality, pride, jealousy. When you try to control the animals inside, you'll try to wake, and you will know things, and you will feel things different. You will start to feel the world around you, everything around you will be totally different. Maybe at the start you will be confused, that's normal, that's nothing to be afraid. Debate, what is the most? Mr. Gandhi, right? It was the fear. No, it's not fear, it is the hate, number one. But before hate, more poison than hate is jealousy. But the more stronger enemy, as they say, it is the hate, not the fear. Because that's Mother Nature showing how she learned to deer. When the wolf comes, she, watch out, wolf coming, and the deers go away. She put there that fear, and that fear is also in you. It's not bad, because no matter how they wanted to show you that you must be stronger, be just stronger than fear, but you can never kill fear totally, never. And it's right, because it must tell you instantly where is something wrong, where do not go. Fear can be good in the little things, but in the more things, it's bad. Yeah. And from that point on, the Catholic have the problem with the Orthodox Church. But I'm asking, is the Catholic Church wanna everybody vote so that I will be born like a Catholic, like they wanted to, they think the God don't know what he's doing or what they're thinking. That's why they want the whole world to know just their part of the story, not the rest of the world. And then on the other hand, I think, why then when I saw the prophecy of the natives, how did they know that it would be white boy? You know, one time I come home eating dinner, and there was some native on the television, and when I start eating the dinner, like the time stopped, and one of their faces come out, and he said, we're watching you for a long time. And he go back in the television, and just everybody don't know. I know he said, but I asked my parents, because he said, I asked my parents if they heard that he said, my mom or Jason, she was still alive, she said, you're not normal, keep eating. Yeah, craziness, right? And you need to eat pill for that. But don't be mad for them. But be, just one thing that's clear, to mental people, don't listen to those Freuds when they go and they told you a bunch of stories, because 1 in a million can make without pill. I was different, but you are not. And the pills are nothing bad with them. They will give you, they will not cure you, but they will give you